will drop balls on your stupid.
What? Me and my pops will drop balls on you? Me and my pop bust your balls open. Huh. That bar goes crazy.
Stop, or you're gonna taste. Stop, or you're gonna get tased.
That's it, this is the first
Taser
shot.
point. Stop it.
He's built an immunity to tasers.
With Joshua
And belts.
stand down, backup arrives.
Oh, wait, bull. Down
Stop,
on
you're
the
over
ground.
it.
You're gonna get sick.
Grab!
Get on the ground. Do it now. Get on the ground.
What's that?
There's a bull rat.
Gay
Dad. Officer, I don't think we got it in the optimal location. He still has full use of his arms and legs. But we did wrap up maybe the pubic hair region. But we gave him a belt, it looks like. That needed to go a little higher or a little lower.
You're mine.
Can you move back here? Get on the ground. Do it now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
He's removing the bolo wrap.
Hands out to your side.
Officers move in and secure him in handcuffs just as more backup
Well,
arrive.
at least we got to use
They
it.
begin escorting him to a patrol vehicle.
You ain't got no.
Stop.
You ain't
Are they blurring out his ass crack? That's big. I appreciate it.
Stop.
Multiple officers
stupid hoe. Yeah. Yeah.
Stop.
Jesus Christ.
You won't do that. You, Bubbly. 3, 4 cars. All you. You bunch of. Y'all don't give up. You. Lock me up. I don't even give a. Your mama.
Hey!
Go.
Joshua continues
Why
to
is he so
flail his
upset?
head around, and officers later report that he hit his head on the side of the patrol car at one point. So a soft restraint helmet was requested to prevent him from harming himself.
Quite the sailor. Yeah, it is like that episode of SpongeBob when they learn about the sentence enhancers.
Oh my God.
There's gotta be drugs, right? Has to be. Like, this is what I sound like when I talk to my dogs now.
Well, you're nasty.
Put your feet in.
You.
With Joshua finally secured,
Hit him with one more bolo wrap just to be safe.
jail. Officers then shift their on Christine Donkus, the security guard Enrique saw assaulted moments earlier. Christine is checked out by paramedics and found to have no serious injuries, but she informs officers that she feels traumatized and doesn't believe she can finish her shift. Seeking clarity on how the incident started,
So they gave her a blunderbuss to defend herself.
Pinky Adams, who had called 911.
When I came here, he was kind of standing in the reeds.
Okay.
Doing, you know, and he was obviously drunk and he wasn't with me. He was starting to get angry. And I think maybe he wanted to return the book. He had a book with him. And obviously they closed the library and he was yelling at somebody.
No shot, that's what this is about. He wanted to return a book after hours. He cared that much about his library card points, I guess. That shit was about to be late and he said, not on my watch.
Torn pages litter the ground in every direction. Officers locate a large portion of the torn book,
What book was it?
identifying it as a Star Wars book.
Oh, that checks out.
Belongs to the Loveland Public Library.
He was wearing a Join the Dark Side t-shirt, so that actually does sound par for the course. This guy was actually reading a Star Wars book and got really mad he couldn't return it on time and fucking went ballistic for the Empire.
Oh,
That's unbelievable. Holy.
oops. I fucked up.
Wait, that might have been George Lucas they were talking to. Yeah, he spawns in anytime someone checks out a book for Star Wars.
As officers
Hey, so you like Star Wars, Josh?
but as of now, no sentencing information has been made public.
That's because he escaped us. He came up with an excellent plan to get out of custody. No doubt. Have you ever seen someone insane or on drugs in public going crazy? Not to this degree, but, I mean, brother, it's Florida. I mean, you're gonna see that sometimes. I've never seen anyone, like, dangerously, like, tweaking. but I've of course seen tweakers. I see my fair share of Fint folds here in Oregon. Oh, yeah. I imagine you'd see... We don't really see much of that down here. I've never really seen a Fint fold or a Fint zombie, anything like that around these parts. Is any drug more dangerous than Fint? Like, no memes being realistic, I don't think so. Don't forget crocodile. Crocodile's more of a myth than it is like a common drug. What about the fermented feces drug? Jinkum? Once again, that's more of a fairy tale drug than it is something common. They're developing a drug 1,000 times stronger than Fent. There already is a couple drugs that are like 100x Fent. They're just not as common as Fent is, which makes Fent more dangerous.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on in and sit on down because today we're talking about tattoos. Oh, God. Now, there was a little infamous boy on the internet named Boogie2988.
I have no references, no work history, and no education. And when you Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife, and I'm also a pedophile.
And he just got through a whole bunch of stuff, and he tattooed the word liar on his cheek. I personally wouldn't have done that. That doesn't seem like the smartest move, but you know, it is what it is. And it got me thinking about all of the terrible, terrible tattoos on the internet. But I don't think I can venture on this journey alone. I need help from one of my first tattoo artists, my wife!
Hello?
Nick, stop!
Scaring him.
Allison, my beautiful, beautiful wife, did some of my first tattoos. She did this Cowboys from Hell, or I'll put pictures of it later. She did the Cowboys from Hell thing, which is extremely good line work. Very, very good.
It was like my third tattoo.
I was like flirting and shit. I was like, well, I mean, I could come in and get some. I've been wanting some ink on my skin for a while. Okay, and I was like, I want a sweet panther head. She's like, I've never done American traditional ever.
That was also my biggest one.
And it was the biggest, and it was the biggest one she's ever done, and it was not in her typical style. And I was like, I don't care, whatever. It's just skin, babe. She colored a little outside the lines. It's whatever. I was like, it looks great. And I went home and I was like, nah, actually, I was like, this is sweet.
Also,
it's like
for
typical.
a college student for like $10. Come on. Wow.
It was very cheap. No, but I did. Good. Also, I put her in her bra.
I got like 30.
No, and then I got really drunk one time and I went and got this tattoo. Or I wasn't drunk before.
Fridays.
It was on.
Or no, Friday the 13th.
It was on Friday the 13th, but I got a wolf head with a hand in it. And I was like, I immediately went across the street to these bars, and I was like, took it off immediately, like, yeah, this girl, I just did this, and everyone was like touching it and shit. It got horribly infected, like bad. Like,
I remember I walked in the bathroom because you didn't tell me about it. I walked in the bathroom, and you're like over the sink, and you look like I caught you reading, and it was like blood all in the sink, and you're like,
it's not my, I swear. But I've never touched it because now it's a fun story. But it just looks like a blob.
It looks bad.
Pretty much. But I dare I say people on the internet probably have worse tattoos than I. Actually, real quick, what was the worst tattoo you ever did? Not quality, but someone coming in and requesting something.
I covered up a guy's name and then immediately tattooed her new guy's name next to it. It went from Carl to Earl.
Oh, so did you leave the L?
No, I put a rose over Carl, and then Earl was next to the rose.
What'd she say when she saw it?
She seemed to like it.
She's like, oh my god, that's great.
Today's video is sponsored by PDS Debt. If you have debt, PDS Debt is here to help. Whether you're struggling with credit debt, medical bills, collections, or personal loans, if you've got $10,000 or more in eligible debt, PDS Debt's here to help you now. Doesn't matter your credit score, PDS Debt has customized options that can help provide alternatives for you to become debt-free. And PDS Debt makes sure to understand your specific situation to find the alternatives that work for you. With one low monthly fee, PDS Debt helps you save more while paying off debt in a fraction of the time, saving you thousands in fees. Stop waiting and start saving. Get a free debt analysis right now at pdsdebt.com/popofmeat. It only takes 30 seconds. That's pdsdebt.com/PapaMeat to get your free debt assessment today. Thank you for sponsoring the video. I'm back. Let's see here. Have you seen the boogie tattoo yet?
No, I didn't.
Look at this.
He will do literally anything to get some attention.
It's sad. It's sad because it's a man who is it's a pathetic man.
I mean, in his eyes, he thinks he's gonna die at any second. He thinks he's gonna die at any second for attention.
Yeah.
So he's like, might as well. That's epic.
Yeah, but he lied about having cancer, and that was the only way they. Yeah, it's the whole thing. Whatever. If I lied about having cancer, would you be upset?
I'd probably leave you.
Why? Kidding. All right, let's start this one. What about?
I really like how it makes him look like a man.
That is a believable optical illusion. If I'm being completely, that is really good.
I also like how his body is like a vessel coming at me.
It looks like a little Martian.
I don't know how he's gonna feel about that when he's older, but
I like his face. If I can't tell if he's either very upset about it or if he's just kind of like, yeah, that just happened. My boy Franklin.
Why is he so inquisitive with it?
My best friend Franklin do be inquisitive with it, though. This is kind of like catching Ben Franklin saying, "What'd you say?"
It's like, I feel like it's for like a money thing. But
well, yeah, it's definitely.
It just looks like he loves Ben Franklin.
No, I think this is a guy. This is a guy saying, "Holla at that dollar."
You're tracing. How do you mess the banner up that bad?
Yeah, I guess he's just like, "I hope you don't mind. I only freehand." Yeah, man, go at it. I don't know what it is about like scrawny white trash men who have to have the most chaotic tattoos. Always like Monster Energy tattoos.
I really hate to be the dude that with us. You think?
I'm not a big joke tattoo person.
No. God. My God. Rest in peace. Michael Jackson, 1950. That looks infected.
My favorite thing is the lips are going to fade really bad over time, so it's just going to be like a mouth.
A haunting.
Like
Give me your best Michael Jackson. Hee.
Embarrass me. You actually want me to do it?
Yeah. Oh, God. That, you know what? I'm gonna blame the Michael Jackson tattoo on that.
It's
honestly,
flustering me.
I also like how that link said "Rest in peace, King." Ew, what the?
Just creepy.
The clown with the nipple nose. I don't like that. Well, at what point too do you blame the tattoo artist for actually going through with the idea?
Oh, I mean, for me, if you pay me, as long as it's not free.
You just don't give a. You're just like, I don't give a clown on your nipple. All right, let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's the thing too where it's like they can charge more, and if the person says yes, it's like, well, I made $400.
Yeah, if the person's like not drunk either, what are you supposed to do?
Anyway.
Nick, you have got to get this Evangelion tattoo. This is some chaotic energy too. The rolled down long sleeve Pikachu socks. Motherfucker got bit by like a raccoon in the back.
Look at her.
Ew.
Look at her boobs.
What about her boobs? They look good. Those are nice titties. Also, Shinji sitting there. What have I done?
I almost feel like it's trying to do a style, is why it looks so fucked up. Like, you know, the like, yeah.
It is, because look, why is the eye detached from the face right there?
They didn't go far enough, I guess. It doesn't look.
Well, no, it looks like a shitty, like, that Scholastic book fair, How to Draw Manga. Oh, goddamn, that finger is beat. Also, the guy, this is one finger, because it's like, all of these blending together, so it's like a penguin flipper at the bottom.
Snake's head's too, it's just a pee.
The snake does look like a bed. What is this? What is this image even trying to say? What the is this? Is this Medusa?
Medusa, but she can't talk.
This is such an unhinged thing, like tattoo prompt.
I think
it's Medusa, but a guy's behind her sewing her mouth shut.
I think it's to be cool.
Oh man, that looks like Leatherface. That Angus Young. This looks like Leatherface. You could probably just say this is Leatherface, and people would be like, "Oh, it looks good."
The hand is so 2D.
Well, the hand plucking those strings, baby. I can hear Thunderstruck playing right now. I never understand the eye tattoo. How do you do that without f***ing up your eyes?
You just put a little bit of ink in it, and it like spreads out, but you need to know how to do it right. But it's
so you're not like actually gutting it.
No,
you're just like injecting
it.
material.
Inject a little bit, it'll spread out, but it doesn't get into like the seeing part, just the white part. It's completely irreversible. So if you do it, that's it. You're done. I hate it though. The body mod thing's fun.
Way to be super judgmental, dude.
I am a little bit, yeah.
I'll tell you what, he's got me acting up with that tongue too. I'll tell you what, I'm like, even me, I'm just picturing what he's gonna do to me. I'm like, holy hell.
The amount of pain.
He's just
That'll
he's
cost.
just digging in there, dude. What would you do if I came home and if I had my ears pierced? Would you be down with that? I said I went to Claire's. You get your ears pierced, Nick?
I think they closed now. But yeah, my ears are pierced.
That's so funny. Can you imagine Nick with pierced ears? What do you guys think of this new piece? What if I had like 3 bars through my nose and I was like, "What's up, babe? Hey, ride Jacob's ladder, baby. What's going on?"
I would have preferred if you'd talked to me about that one.
Is that? Is that an actual hole in his body? If that's an illusion, that is
that
really
a
good.
natural dent? Okay.
What happened to the old
At
boy?
least he's having fun with it.
That's what my dad's chest looks like.
Your dad's chest looks like this? What happened to him? Is he hit by a baseball or something? You're just born with an indent that big.
I've seen kids with like kind of more inverted sternum.
Yeah, but that is crazy.
Maybe it was an injury.
I'll tell you what the biggest injury is leaving your nipples that hairy.
Maybe-
Just shave them.
Oh,
If the
he
rest of your
should,
chest is
he
not
should
hairy,
put spirals around those, and then his belly button, and
That
then
would
he'll
actually
do a whole Junji thing.
yeah, a little Uzumaki vibe.
I don't like these.
Girlfriend bite mark tattoo. Wait, was this a trend?
I just think it's a bad idea to tattoo
I'll tell you what.
anything from a significant other that you're not like married to for 15.
I wouldn't even 15 years. I'm not gonna get anything that like your name. What does that do? Also, you know how many people like if I got your name, you know how many other Allisons on Earth there are? Just it's like how was that significant? That guy's got some puffy ass nipples. Look at that. Oh my god.
Don't be making fun of.
No, look at this. Seriously, look at that. And that is some. That whole. He is lactating. That's some.
They got stuff to look at. Leave them alone.
Oh my god. Life.
Live it fully every day.
Live it fully every day. That needs to be our new motto, dude. Live it fully every day. Hit that shit. Boom.
I mean, it's positive. I think he could work on the line work.
I don't like the kind of weird Southern mom take you're doing this. Well, it is a positive message at least. This looks. Oh my.
I thought it said
God.
I thought it said flip.
I thought I did too. Also, is that Disney font?
A lot of shading.
That is the darkest embryo I've ever seen in my life. That is
I mean,
crazy.
I'm sad for her, but
What has even happened though?
it definitely died.
In what stage? Is that a baby?
It probably miscarried. Yeah.
Is it a
Don't make fun. Everyone, I feel bad because
Don't make fun.
She lost a baby. I feel bad.
Don't make fun. And you got a slug child tattoo. Look at the feet.
Without knowing what she said, if she
My
wanted it exactly,
God.
maybe he did a good job.
My God.
People grieve in different ways.
People grieve in different ways, but also people. Dare I? I mean, this is gonna sound wrong. I'm gonna say it.
Nick, did you put this in just to cause controversy?
Oh my God, that was a cover-up, and it's just to cover up the
Honestly-
Japanese. You can see the scarring of the
Honestly, the Japanese was better than.
Well, can I ask you at least? Can I ask you this? Would you rather have this, or would you rather have the alien slug baby?
Alien slug baby. Easy.
Oh, not me. The Jokler. That is. I just like all the weed symbols around it. I'm mad in the brain for weed.
Kind of like Two-Face and the Joker in one.
It kind of does look like Two-Face a little bit. I know exactly which one they're doing too. I feel like they're doing the Greg Capullo drawing of the Joker where he has like the mask. Shrek is.
Oh, ew.
There's a lot to unpack here. But why does Batman f***ing Shrek equal Sonic?
Yeah. Neither of them are fast or hedgehogs. Oh, that's cute.
Stop saying things are cute. That's not cute.
I will say that's a decent joke.
It's fine. I feel like if it was more well done, I feel like you'd be like, that's sick. But it's just
between bad and good.
Yeah, the line art. The biggest problem with a lot of tattoos is the line art's too thin. All cover-up's 160, so that's the before. So it's a turtle with Indian feathers. Oh my God, I'm having a panic attack looking at that. Hey, but all tattoo cover-up's 160, no matter what it is, no matter what size, 160. That's it.
I mean, you get what you pay for.
I mean, if that's $160, yeah. If you're doing a cover-up for 160, here's a news flash: if you get a bad tattoo, you can get good people to cover it up, but you're gonna have to pay. Like it's gonna cost you some change. Kind of looking at her Bratz shirt though, huh?
Are you sure it's the Bratz shirt you're looking at?
Well, Allison, I'm sorry that I'm caught because my sister had a Bratz doll. I can't remember if it was Bratz or if it was the Barbie head, but she had the one where it was like that you could dress the hair up. But she freaked out because she put gum in it for some reason. And she was like, no! She ripped out all the hair, and then she was at her, my sister. She was sitting there, and she was just like, nah! There was hair all over the floor. So they would not bring any Bratz stuff in the house.
It's like a crime scene.
It would not bring any Bratz stuff in the house because it would like cinder over it would cinder over the edge.
I can see that.
So now whenever I see Bratz stuff, I kind of like peek over my shoulder like, it kind of f***s me up.
A war flashback.
It really is. It's PTSD. Artist gets a second chance to redo it with the weird pigfoot lady.
Oh, that is cute.
I don't like that. That's always some weird, like, fake goth art type thing. Every time I see that kind of stuff. Also, all those people who get, like, farm animal, have never been on a farm or anything like that. Just weird to me. Why? That is haunting. Those eyes, goddamn.
Is it like the tattoos wearing a bandana?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. I didn't even know that.
I thought that was a back.
No, this is... Why do people... I don't understand the...
You know what it is? It's like intimidating. What's up?
It's like
Oh,
it's
is it
peacock.
like
okay,
how-
don't say dude.
Is it like how
He-
animals
that-
have fake eyes?
Editor, you better watch out for that.
Kind of looks like his beard is like the hair of
What's it? That's what I don't like. Is it looks like she's just like
a huge-
she's got a big ass 5 head and she has like a little like what are those monks that have a friar cut?
His hairline.
It's like a friar cut. What even is this? What the hell is this? Where do you find? It just says McQueen.
I feel like the average person has to know this looks bad.
These are all definitely done in somebody's like house in
Oh,
in a living room, and there's like King of Queens playing in the background. What do you think about all the younger kids too who are like tattooing their thighs and like their legs are all covered up now? And they're like, "This is day 85 of giving myself a tattoo every day." And it's like him, and it's like a little piece of cheese. He's like,
It's like without social media, would you still do that?
the answer is no. Oh my God.
Jessica.
Oh wait, that's that. What beer is that?
That looks.
It looks like a Nazi. It looks like a Nazi eagle, but I think it's a beer. Yeah, Tecate.
I want to say I like Jessica more.
It looks like a
The
Nazi
wings
thing.
are different.
No, it's not. Oh, it is.
I feel like that is a. It
Oh.
feels racist.
And she is. It's a
Look
skinhead,
up-
so I don't know.
Look up SS Eagle, but don't put it on the.
No.
I just want to know if it's a
I don't think I want it in my before and after cover up. Local artist of 20 years experience. So we got a lion's face and a Punisher with the blue stripe, the Blue Lives Matter one. Oh my God. This is your brain off drugs. This is your brain on drugs.
Well, it's like a yassified version of the.
Well, it's just like it's like
before was so much better.
the before is way better. It's just like Chronicles of Narnia. Chronicles of Narnia. Oh my God. The cover up of the eyes.
I mean, it is better. It's just also haunting. Why does it have the eyebrow too?
So this time, actually, can we go ahead and put the eyebrow above it? We really need her to be in a neutral state. Oh my God. I never understand. Have we ever? Has there ever been a good tramp stamp? You have to be like ungodly hot to pull off a tramp stamp, right?
My parents have tramp stamps.
What? When you say parents, I think that your mom and your dad. Well, your dad too?
Well, I don't know if I should say this. He doesn't watch the videos, but I don't know if I should out him like that.
If it makes you feel any better, my mom has a pink skull on her abs. Have you never seen that?
I've seen her stomach, I guess.
Yeah, she got. Well, back then it was very like kind of like controversial to get it. And I remember like as soon as my mom and dad got divorced, my mom was like, "I'm getting that tattoo. I don't give a."
Oh, girly.
Oh my God.
Why not inside the lip? What are you doing? Maybe she meant inside the lip, and he.
I think that's what she meant is to be inside the lip, but
They would have to put the blue.
the stencil, and then you would need to see the stencil to go look at it, unless she was like, "No, I trust you."
It's not technically bad. It's
There
just
has
not-
never been a better time for my ex to have the worst tattoo I've ever seen on his arm. So he just got that.
It's not great.
The only thing I
The
could-
chain's pretty.
The
janky.
only thing I gotta say is that if you're a straight man, it feels very gay.
Oh, he supports everyone.
Kind of looks like the Caesar tattoo I have on my arm a little bit. This the dog who likes trans, gay, black, everyone.
I don't like how the flag is separating his eyes.
What I don't like about this is it almost looks like a parody piece
Okay,
that
what
was
does
like.
yellow with the black circle stand for? How many more things are we adding to the flag?
Okay, Derek Chauvin. Good
No,
God.
I'm just saying, what is the yellow with the black circle?
I'm not gonna lie, I would hurt this tiger so hard. It's too.
Tiny little.
It's too big. Like that's a full back tattoo.
What?
But this is. I would seriously, if it was smaller, I would 100% get this on my arm. The face is awesome. I love his tiny legs and his janky tail.
It's like
Rawr.
his brain wrinkles.
Yeah, he's like deformed brain wrinkles. Goku's never looked more badass. God, what kind of gelatin body did they tattoo?
What is with all the skin wrinkles?
This looks well. This is supposed to be clothes, Allison.
Using
Goku wears
chest.
gi.
Yeah, but why isn't it connected to like it's a shirt?
It's so funny that you just wouldn't understand. He's serious. This looks like it's tattooed on whale blubber. Like it looks like a cylinder of tapioca pudding.
A lot of petroleum jelly.
Why get a haircut when you can do this?
Wait, zoom in.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not terribly done, but I don't like how much, like, he tried to do like a 2008 scene thing where it's like kind of almost going in his eyes. Dude, the Rasengan has never looked so scary. This looks like racist World War II propaganda that they print. Don't let the anime heads get to you. Buy war bonds. That Shrek tattoo is horrible. Can you guys cover this up? Tattoo in question. My God, yeah, shrunk.
I like his little bow.
Yeah, what the they put the bow there?
He looks suspicious.
I always love these wipe downs. Look at this guy. Tomb Raider, beautiful Angelina Jolie, because people want that Tomb Raider tattoo. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
I like her huge forehead.
I like her big juicy lips and her
Dude, the
droopy,
hands
her
are-
spike hair.
Her veiny hands.
That is clean. That's definitely, he definitely didn't do that tattoo today, but I think
No, that looks
this is an old tattoo, but still. What about Captain Jack Sparrow? Savvy? Is that a part from the movie?
That's what he always says after the end of like sarcastic, like savvy. It's like it's just cringe.
Wait, what? No, I didn't. No, did you know that, Nick?
I did not know that. Savvy. Savvy? Savvy?
I was just always saying. I thought it was yo ho ho. Does he say? He's like yo ho ho at the end of each movie or some shit. I thought that was his catchphrase.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I like how everyone has had their own experience of observing and digesting the Pirates of the Caribbean, what they decided to keep.
That's a big tattoo.
That Mufasa is faded. Wait, what did you say, son? This is Simba poking his dad when he's high on fentanyl. Dad? Oh yeah, you think? Were they freaking out? I like to think that he was like sketching it like it was charcoal. All right, there we go. We're just going to go like that. Pretty good. We're all mad here.
You know that's the girl.
Ew, stubble right here.
You know the girl in
Look
high
at
school
that.
who wore Cookie Monster pajama pants to school? That's her
This
tattoo.
no shit. That's actually so true. Any woman who shows up with Cookie Monster or built like a Buddha
Well, they got
sweatpants.
the Monster energy drink tabs.
Yeah.
Well, the time is finally upon us. A moment in cinema history more important than Team Edward versus Team Jacob. Will Charles be reintegrated into the Hunger Games franchise? The man who was once the face of the Hunger Games. Without me, it'd be buried in the dirt many years ago, many moons in the past. But with District 8 Hospital Helper's performance carrying the weight of the world on its shoulders, the Hunger Games was able to flourish, and I was excommunicated from the franchise. But with Sunrise on the Reaping, they're doing the open casting call. I recently made a video announcing my return and my attempt to get in there, and I'm happy to report I finished my audition. Unfortunately, I was unable to get Neil Blomkamp to write me a script, nor was I able to get the best soundstage Tampa had to offer, so instead, we settled for a decent one. A good soundstage, but not the cream of the crop, which is fine. Because it's not about the technology. There's no such thing as a bad actor, only bad... nope, there's no such thing as a bad location, only bad actors. And I am not a bad actor. In fact, I'd say I'm the best. And this will be a showcase of that. So I posted the full audition on Instagram as per the parameters of the competition. So I followed all of the rules. Hopefully I'll be chosen for whatever role they deem worthy of my talent, which should be nothing shy of a leading role. And we'll see how she goes. I'll play that for you here, but I'd like to also play you the extended director's cut for some takes we didn't use. What we ended up doing was we kind of just winged it. Like, we had a general premise for what we wanted to do. It was kind of just going to be like this wide array of different scenes as opposed to marrying ourselves to one narrative. Instead, we told every story ever made in a bunch of different backgrounds. And, well, I think it came out all right. It's like the world's worst fucking Old Spice commercial, but that's okay. It's been over a decade since my debut in the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. This is a showcase of my range to prove why I should be reintegrated into the franchise. Enjoy. Well, Mr. Phillips, the biopsy did come back. Unfortunately, it was positive for fart cancer, but don't worry. Oh, whoa. Ain't seen you around here before. Ma'am, you need to push! Push, ma'am! Umbilical cord's around its little neck. No, please don't! No, I'm only 12! No! This is supposed to be Fun retreat! Now! Alright! Congratulations, Mom. Oh my god, this baby, it looks just like me. Oh, I know it's my own performance, but inspiration is inspiration, you know what I mean? In 1 minute, I was able to make you feel things and connect to these characters we created. And really, at the end of the day, it's kind of the most important part of acting. Just tickling the soul a little bit, you know what I mean? So that's the actual edited down audition to fit within the minute-long scope of things. But I wanted to show you a few takes we didn't really use because I think they're just as good, if not even better, in some cases. This is a showcase of my range as well as me doing a stunt choreographed performance from High Wires. If you're watching this, then I'm already dead. Yeah, I practiced my Bushido.
Follow the flutterwings.
Ruh-oh, Raggy! A baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do. Tommy Pickles. Hey, Scram! Get out of here! I'm coming and hell's coming with me. Just fucking tell him I'm coming. In general. Oh, you're not getting away. Deep breaths. In and out. It's crowning. Big push. Come here.
In the United States, it's estimated that 30% of adults are regularly sleep deprived.
If you didn't know YouTube boxing, good for you. YouTube boxing is one of the biggest things to take over the internet, and I would say the last 2 to 3 years. Kind of starting with Jake Paul doing boxing. Now KSI, that funny British man, he's so funny. He's doing boxing now too. I don't know if he actually got the tattoo legacy on his back, but if he did, it makes me sick to my stomach a little bit, if I'm being completely honest. But today we're going to be talking about the ending of one of the biggest, cringiest, douchiest internet beefs and boxing promotions I've ever seen in one of my life. I've ever seen in my life. One of my lives. This is what my past self looked like. Which, of course, I'm talking about Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis. And if you don't know who those people are, you're probably like 40. Logan Paul, he's the guy who did this forest thing.
I think there's someone hanging right there.
We all know that. He made Prime. They say it's an energy drink, but I don't think it really does anything. It's just low on sugar. Philion did a video talking about how it's a scam, and I trust Philion. But a little birdie told me that Logan Paul and KSI make new flavors whenever they're kissing in private, because they're little cuties. That's what a little birdie told me. Oh. Yeah, so I hear that Logan Paul and KSI, they make new flavors whenever they're bumping, sucking, and touching, and doing all kinds of stuff. So it's kind of freaky stuff. But yeah, they're definitely getting frisky. All right, I'm out of here. And I believed every word. He's a talking bird. Hard not to believe a magical creature like that. Have you drinking Prime before? Does your 14-year-old son who wears long tube socks and Nike slide-ons, does he drink Prime? You drink Prime before? You go to Walmart, you drink Prime? Have you drinking Prime? You like Prime? Do you like Prime, Nick? Yeah, everybody likes Prime. Have you drank Prime before? He's in the WWE. He has a podcast. He's an internet guy. Who gives a shit? He's Logan Paul. He's a total workhorse. The other guy is an equally fucking stupid guy named Dylan Dennis. He's an MMA guy. He did some Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Did he do some... They're both scammers. Logan Paul scammed a lot of people with his Dink Doink and his Crypto Zoo, and Dylan Dennis, I forgot what he did, but he scammed people also. Do you remember what he scammed people with? He scammed somebody. They're both scammers. They're both terrible people, if I'm being honest. I don't know him, but if you scam people, you're a bad guy. But honestly, hey, who isn't a bad guy nowadays, right? But today's video is sponsored by Scentbird. Do you want to up your smell game without investing tons of money? Then Scentbird's fragrance subscription service that lets you try designer fragrances every month for just $17. There are currently over 600 perfumes and colognes to choose from at Scentbird, including well-known brands like Gucci, Prada, Versace, and also beloved indie labels like Skylar and Confessions of a Rebel. For this month of Scentbird, I received Versace's Eros Flame, Aqua de Parma's Blue Mediterranean Arsani di Capri. But out of all of them, my favorite was the Handsome Devil. It has nice notes of grapefruit and citrusy spices and scents that make me want to take my wife out to dinner and get some nice steaks, and everyone will know that I'm sexy and cool. But experiment with all the scents this little bird has to give you to see which one you like the most. With each fragrance you get, you'll receive 30-day supply. They have affordable and flexible subscription plans, so you can cancel when you want, take a pause when you need, and continue smelling your best. Use my coupon code PAPAMEAT to get 55% off your first month of Scentbird. That's just a little over $7 for your first month. Available right now in USA and Canada. Thanks Scentbird for sponsoring the video. Be sure to check out their links below, and back to the video. But this all started, I'm getting off topic. Maybe I should drink Prime. That would clear my head up, right? These guys were set to fight. These two have been publicly feuding for years, but the feud escalated when Dylan Dennis posted explicit photos of Logan Paul's fiancée, Nina Agdal, on social media. Which, Nina Agdal, she's a renowned Danish model who gained significant recognition for her appearance on the 50th anniversary cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. I made it, Mom! I made it! And, on August 8th, it was announced that Dennis would fight Logan in a boxing match on October 14th. Dennis left no moment to spare and posted this photo of Nina and Leonardo DiCaprio on the same day of the announcement. Immediately started doing psychological warfare, saying that Nina was a bit of a dirty leg, she was a bit of a tiger tail, she liked to get around. And there was a lot of photo evidence. Some of it photoshopped, but there was a lot of evidence. Dylan is doing psychological warfare, and he's amassing a troll army to psychologically fight Logan Paul. And you're probably wondering, what is KSI doing during this? Which, if anything, people keep talking about Dylan Dennis's Twitter. KSI's Twitter is so cringy, it's a cancer field. I mean, there's no way to go about it. There's little shells of cancer that you have to swim around, a lot of narcissism. Some of the things he says, it's almost as if, like, Dr. Seuss wrote it for him.
With every year that you breathe, that day will be a constant reminder that you lost.
And he has this god complex that's fucking amazing. Did you drink your Prime yet? Did they tell you that to drink your Prime yet? Did you see a picture of them holding Prime yet? Have you drinking your Prime yet? The act of Dylan Dennis doing this was a psychological tactic and the lead up to their scheduled boxing match, and he continued to post multiple pictures a day of Nina and Logan until the day of the fight. Dennis has posted content featuring her in a negative light 250 times on Twitter, which at the same time, I'm kind of like, who gives a shit? If you're an adult, why would you care? Logan has gone on record and he said, like,
Well, dude, like, obviously, my girl has past lovers. Like, who cares? What the fuck are you doing, bro?
And then you have the troll incel mindset of some of the Dennis fans who are sitting there being like, dude, your girl's used up, dude. Used goods, dude. I used to drink Prime, now I drink Gatorade, dude. Did you drink your Prime yet?
Did you pray today?
The harassment was so severe that Logan Paul started turning off his comments. It's become world fucking news. People are going on podcasts talking about the ethics of fighting. Even Brendan Schaub, I saw recently, was on Twitter saying that suing somebody for fighting is a weak move, which is, if Brandon Schaub crawls out of the fucking shadows to try to make a diss tweet, you know that this is, it's gone viral. Pretty funny. But he goes on this podcast. Logan says this. Dylan says this. It's a giant outrage. The drama continues. The fight hasn't even fucking happened yet. In this time, the fight hasn't happened yet. Yeah, Logan's taking pictures of himself without a shirt on. Everybody says he does steroids. I don't know enough about steroids to do it, but he looks like a superhero. We should get a Logan Paul action figure. The Dylan Dennis, he posts pictures of himself and he says, oh, this is what a guy not on steroids looks like. This extremely cringe back and forth of the most petty thing. It's honestly building the fight up to be something that's actually worth watching, because it's two complete fucking imbeciles. But as these altercations are happening online, Nina, the fucking maverick Paul, or Agdal, Mrs. Prime, says, you know what? I'm suing Dylan Dennis. And it's over And it's over this video that Dylan Dennis posted. Roll the clip.
All I want is like a big fat sausage just destroying my body.
At least you needed some prime. Old girl was her thirsty for some cock. Who's not thirsty for some cock every once in a while? Whenever I'm thirsty for cock, I just drink prime. You're thirsty for cock? If I gave you $1,000, would you drink prime right now?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's brave.
I do it for free.
Yeah, who wouldn't? Has anyone drinking prime today yet or not? Dylan also said that he claims to have nudes of Nina as well, which is that's where I was like, that's creepy. Why do you have that? If anything, all this stuff is very stalkerish, which people are probably also giving him photos like, oh, I found this one. But I also like to think that he's just sitting in a room by himself, just like scourging through the interwebs for photos of Logan's wife. Which also, dude, can I take a break for a second to talk about prime? No, I'm kidding. Can I take a second to talk about Logan's wedding proposal video?
Oh yeah, that was pretty cringe.
Not only is it cringe, but it feels so fabricated. So unbelievably fabricated. What was there, like 6 fucking camera angles? And he gets on his knee and he reaches behind like a plant where I'm like, dude, you walk down there with her, you set the thing behind there, and he just like grabbed it. He's like, honestly, baby, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And it feels like acting. It doesn't feel very genuine. But who am I to say? Who am I to say? Gold Peak tea.
Wish it was a prime.
Wish it was a prime. Kind of in the same bottle as a prime, huh? Similar shape. What came first, Gold Peak tea or prime?
Prime.
In our hearts, prime.
It's kind of funny because this video is going to have the gamer subs.
Following these actions, Nina Agdal filed a lawsuit and obtained a temporary restraining order against Dylan Dennis, claiming that his tweets have caused her to suffer humiliation, emotional distress, among other issues. She is seeking $150,000 per violation, aka per tweet, which, let me tell you something, Homeboy's in for quite the laundry bill after this one. I mean, this, in my opinion, I've seen a lot of people talk about this. I've seen Oompaville talk about it. That's pretty much it. That's the only person I saw. I know a lot of people have been talking about it. For me, if you're a public person and you date every celebrity on Earth and you do have a video of you saying that you want some cock and stuff like that, at what point do you just say, who cares? I did that. The reason this is such a problem is people say that it's bullying. Well, dude, tough shit. I mean, honestly, you're a public figure. You're married to Logan Paul, one of the most hated fucking people on the internet. I mean, am I wrong? What Dylan is doing is childish. I don't condone it. But at the same time, you're winning in every other aspect of your fucking life. I think that you can realize that some people aren't going to like you. Everybody needs to swallow that pill. I feel like her husband, Logan, I feel like he has been able to swallow that pill, and he's just kind of like, I don't give a fuck. Which also led me to believe, I was wondering if who put the idea of suing him in her ear. I don't know. Making a lot of speculations. Logan started doing meme warfare himself, and he was doing a lot of cute stuff as well, mocking him that he's gonna beat him in the fight and he's gonna go broke, or he could leave the fight and still go broke. It's a loss-loss situation from Mr. Prime himself. Logan Paul deepfaked an interview with Dylan.
Logan, I apologize.
Huh?
I'm a bitch. I'm not a real fighter.
Saying all sorts of things. So now the cringe warfare is becoming lethal. It's almost as if all world treaties are off and the cringe is accumulating to more and more horrible, horrible things. In a recent interview with comedian Andrew Schultz on his podcast Flagrant, which my friend Noel Miller was on.
Black people.
I didn't watch the full episode, I'll be honest. I was kind of jealous. I was like, there's my friend. They're making him laugh, not me.
He's Filipino. You do the podcast with?
It's really funny, like reading some of the comments, being like, "Is this dude even funny? Like, what does he do?"
Paul admitted that Danish jibes were funny, telling the host, "I'll be honest.
The guy is fucking so good at Twitter. It's top tier trolling. Yeah. Which is why I chose him as an opponent. At the end of the day, it's all fight promo.
It's all fight promo," which feels weird to me too, because when I saw this or heard about this, I was like, if you knew that he was a top tier troll, why are you getting mad that he's trolling? You've been bitching about him for posting all of these bullying Nina, sweet innocent Nina, beautiful fucking angel Nina, but then you're giving him compliments for this. I thought that was weird. But luckily, it was fight night. October 14th finally rolled around, and the gloves were on. Almost said off, but it's a boxing match, so they're definitely on. You have Dylan Dennis in one corner, mixed martial arts champion, Brazilian guy. I'm pretty sure he kicks people and he's good at strangling people. Joe Rogan had to say this about him.
That kid has some fucking serious jiu-jitsu.
Joe Rogan, his nipples get really hard in ice baths, and he knows a lot about MMA, so that was a good vouch. Logan Paul looks like he's on 6 different types of bull testosterone. He was towering over Dennis, but who would win the fight?
Look at this shit.
Fuck! Ding, ding, ding! It's fight day! That's right. The cringiest day has finally come. It has been it's been a very funny series of events that have led up to the conclusion of this story. First, the press conference. We have to talk about the press conference, which
You obviously have no respect for women.
yeah. Logan and Dylan, they got to do their little face-off, and there was like a piece of like plexiglass blocking them, and there was like a cage. They're just for people's safety, really? I don't know. Dylan Dennis looked hot. He looked like he was on top of the world here. I mean, he was giving quick jabs. Logan really was fumbling the charisma ball, and Logan Paul even brought up Chris Hansen on stage to catch this predator, and Dylan Dennis just kind of shooting away by talking about his tax fraud evasion allegations. And
Go pay your taxes, buddy. Go pay your taxes, buddy.
no issue there, brother. Chris Hansen had no business being on that stage. He was like, why don't you have a seat? Right? Remember when I said, why don't you have a seat? And he's like, why don't you pay your taxes? Oh, don't worry. I'm all squared up on that end. Things were going good until the end. And then once the press conference was beginning to end, Dylan said a little quip. Logan said a little quip. And then Logan chucked his microphone at Dylan Dennis. Dylan Dennis freaks out, runs up, and it looks like he either swipes, I think he threw the microphone, and it cut Logan Paul's face. And the internet went crazy. People were like, is he gonna pull out of the fight? We don't know. It's the day before the fight. What's gonna happen here? But luckily, I think Logan made a tweet or something. He's like, I'm not giving up. I don't care. All in all, it was a cringe fest, but at the press conference, I think Logan lost that one. But what followed on fight day was one of the most irrehensible, cringy, disappointing, waste of times to ever be brought up on the internet. Logan Paul simply boxed. I mean, he threw some punches. Dylan Dennis was doing some kind of weird shit, like a side jab like this. He tried taking Logan to a submissive, like, chokehold a couple times. I think he was trying to clown him. There's a part where he laid on his back and spread his legs open, and it was just like, it's all Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu shit, because in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's like all ground fighting. So I think he was just trying to lure him into that, but it was one of the most pathetic displays of a fight ever, when people really just wanted a boxing match at the end of the day. Dylan, going into this fight, had everything to gain. In a way, I thought had nothing to lose, because historically, these are two kind of pieces of shit. It's just two fucking hitting each other in the face. I know I can't say, but that's just how I feel. I think that if Dylan would have just simply fought, he still would have come out on top, even if he didn't win. Because, I mean, newsflash, he doesn't win. Not only does he not win, but in the last couple seconds, he tries to guillotine, chokehold slam Logan to the ground, slips, gets up, and starts throwing his hands at the security guards more than he threw punches at Logan the entire time. And it's kind of a big brawl breaks out, or like all of England's security officers poured into the ring. I don't know why there's so many security officers, but floor and try to like strangle somebody. Here's a key example. This actually perfectly reminds me of this. There was a disabled kid in, I don't know if we can use this, but I'm just gonna leave it in for you, Jono. There was a mentally challenged kid in my high school. The varsity football players would juice him up, and like he would power lift with them. He was excessively strong, scary strong, and he would put people in chokeholds, and there's no way out of it. He strangled people to unconsciousness 4 or 5 times, and it's like, well, how do you really punish this person besides like putting him in a different room? But then that feels kind of like, tragic, right? That's kind of what it felt like with the Dylan Dennis thing, except he was weaker and didn't successfully do it at all. It's just mostly the mentally challenged thing, I think, was the combining factor there. But needless to say, it was a giant upset. Dylan got absolutely fucking torched on Twitter, which is the place where he was making his comeback. There's no way he can hold his head up now. I mean, it's an embarrassment. I mean, I don't think it could have gone any worse. Maybe if he would have shit himself and pissed and he like cried, that might have gone worse, but it's pretty close. I mean, it's pretty rough. In the post-fight, Paul expressed his intentions to challenge Rey Mysterio in WWE. Who gives a fuck? Face Conor McGregor in boxing match, and is open to MMA bout against Dennis, provided Dennis forfeits his entire purse for the match, which purse is a boxing term for payment. But it's like, why would he do that? He probably made millions of dollars off that fight. I wonder how much money he made. People paid money to watch it. Fucking idiots, dude. And pretty much this story has now come to a point where Dylan is making excuses about how he didn't train at all. And it's like, what are you talking about? So you spent this whole time talking shit. You didn't train and you were just going to show up and do that? You fucking idiot. It's gone completely in Logan's side, but also I think Logan kind of just dropping all the beef afterwards, I think makes him, it puts him more in the light. It's still cringe. I mean, also KSI lost to Tommy Fury, and that was a whole thing. And what I love about these whole situations with people doing YouTube boxing is that KSI the whole time, holy shit, just the cringiest videos. Tommy Fury, October 14th.
This will be the day that you'll hate for the rest of your life.
Because it'll be the day
that you lost to a YouTuber. Soon you will face reality and it will hurt you. Soon.
Tommy! And his chest says knowledge? The cringe. Oh, it's terrible. And then when he loses, he makes like a motivational post being like, people always count me out because I'm the YouTuber with big dreams. I never said I was that good, and I gave it my all. It's really fucking convenient when the rest of the time it's like, I'm a boxer. I'm a legitimate boxer. I'm one of the best fighters in the world. And then whenever anything else happens, well, I'm just a YouTuber, dude. Like, get off of me, man. Like, I'm a fucking YouTuber, all right? God. I will say that this might go down as one of the most meteoric. Meteoric.
Mediocre?
No. Meteor. This might go down as one of the biggest, most infamous cringe events in history. The build-up with assaulting a woman married to Logan Paul. Boom. Logan Paul trying to clap back by making very mediocre memes. Boom. Scammers, people that are just parasites on the internet that want nothing but your money and your attention to benefit themselves because they're pieces of shit. Boom. And then you just have KSI's Twitter, his tweets. Boom. Boom. And it all collides into the most lackluster boxing event on both sides. So boring, so uneventful. Boom. And also, dude, the promo pictures for this stuff. Pictures of people like, you know what I mean? For the boxing promo stuff, like KSI. I'm a freak! It's the most overhyped. God, it feels like a fucking Ponzi scheme, doesn't it? I mean, are they really doing benefits for the game? I mean, they're making people more interested in boxing, I guess. That's a good thing, but it's just so cringy. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't have any side. Fuck everybody. I don't give a shit. All I know is that Dylan Dennis, dude. Massive L. I think I saw a tweet, I think FaZe Banks said it, and he said, I literally just watched Dylan Dennis's 15 seconds of fame die right in front of me. That felt like the perfect tweet to encapsulate what just happened, so it was a roller coaster. I wonder how Nina's doing. I haven't heard anything from her. I was honestly expecting Nina to have like a video being like, ooh, Dylan, you lost. It'd be funny if she just uploaded another video of her in the exact same thing being like, I need some hard cock. And she just like double down on it. That's how you really win. She's just like, I don't give a shit. I just want to get piped down. Logan's a speed bump, dude. I'm gonna go after fucking Tommy Lee Jones next. Dude, imagine if she had sex with Tommy Lee Jones after this. That would be insane. 87-year-old Tommy Lee Jones. She's like, I loved you as Two-Face in those 90s Batman movies. He's like, thank you very much, sweetheart. That's my Tommy Lee Jones. Did you like the movie Men in Black? She's like, ooh, that scared me. I don't like Men in Black. He's like, it's a scary movie about aliens and stuff like that. I'm Tommy Lee Jones. Actually, we're gonna end this. Play the monologue at the end of No Country for Old Men. Tommy Lee Jones monologue.
All right, then. Two of them. Both of them are father. It's peculiar. I'm older now than he ever was by 20 years. In a sense, he's the younger man. It was like we was both back in the older times. And I was a horseback going through the mountains at night. Rode past him and kept on going. Never said nothing goes by, just rode on past. And he's fixing to make a fire somewhere out there in all that dark and all that cold. And I knew that whenever I got there, he'd be there. Then I woke up.
Don't forget to check out Scentbird. You want to smell good? Be good and smell good. Click the link in the description below. It helps out the channel. And you know, I bet you smell like a big piece of shit. So consider Scentbird. It's good. It's good stuff. Welcome back to the Papa Bean channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit on down, because today we're talking about Lisa Frank. Which, for anyone who doesn't remember Lisa Frank, or that little name, Lisa Frank was more than just a brand. It was a cultural phenomenon that captured the imaginations of millions of youth in America. Which you might remember all the little cutesy folders, pencil cases. Her art was filled with vibrant, psychedelic colors that featured cute little animals like unicorns frolicking in the forest, or tigers splashing in puddles, seals hiding in kelp, and aliens giving you the bird. Her art was on everything. Notebooks, lunch boxes, toys, clothing, posters, stickers, trapper keepers, you name it, Lisa Frank put a goddamn animal on it. It was the defining style of the preteen girls everywhere during the 80s and 90s. You know, I'm a 1960s man myself. I'm up there in some years, but I do remember for my first marriage, buying my little girl some of this stuff, and she loved it. God rest her soul. Wildfires are just so... Today's video is sponsored by Upside. Upside is a free app that gets you cash back on daily essentials like gas, groceries, and dining.
On average, Americans spend $600 or more during the summer months. And top earners on the app are getting as much as $300 every month on Upside. Oh my God, really? So, it's the perfect time to spend wisely and build up some extra income. There are over 100,000 gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants on Upside. So there are always options to get cash back through the app.
I use Upside when I get gas, and last month I received over $100 back with the app.
And yes, it's real cash back. No confusing rewards, points, or credits, just money to your bank account. Whoa. All you have to do is claim an offer on whatever you're buying, pay with your credit card or debit card, follow a few steps in the app, and boom, get paid. Make some money this summer with Upside. To find out how much you can earn, click the link in the description or scan the QR code to download the free Upside app to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. Thank you, Upside, for sponsoring the video, and back to the video. But behind this sparkly surface lies a story much darker, much more deceptive than what you might expect. Person that makes this kind of art. So today we're diving deep into the world of Lisa Frank, a name that once symbolized childhood joy and now carries a weight of controversy. Dun 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 dun. That's a Connie. Look at that fucking seal, dude. Why are we still here? She was a beautiful looking woman though, huh? Yeah, little pepperoncinis. Which, to be fair, I really expected the artist to be more of like a Tumblr girl or something. I don't know. Yeah, I can see Lisa Frank being on Tumblr.
Look at my art. Oh, God, that's fabulous.
Lisa Frank is a very, very private person, even doing some of the research here. But a lot of this info is coming from a Jezebel article. This Jezebel, is that like jisms? Lisa Frank was born on April 21st, 1955, in Michigan to a wealthy family. Her dad was in the automotive industry, and his company was the only one producing engine bearings for U.S. tanks in World War II. That's just kind of a fun thought. And from an early age, her parents encouraged her in her artistic endeavors, so she pursued a degree in art.
My dad's rich. Did you know he did the U.S. tanks?
You know your dad killed millions of people, right? All around me are familiar faces. And also her parents said that she colored in the lines. That's a quote. That's the hard-hitting journalism we have here on the Pop 8 channel. Lisa studied art at the University of Arizona in the 70s, and during this time, she started her own business where she would buy and resell handmade pottery and jewelry from local Native American communities.
She's basically a drop shipper.
She's drop shipping indigenous pottery. Her business became so profitable that she started to commission the artists for her own original designs. This is a quote.
If I said, make a teddy bear or a unicorn, that was what sold.
By the time she was 20, she created a line of plastic jewelry called Stinky Fingers. No, she didn't.
Sticky. Sorry.
It says here, it says Stinky Fingers. You motherfucker. She created a line of jewelry called Sticky Fingers. And over time, she slowly gained commercial rights to characters like Betty Boop, Felix the Cat, and Popeye. She started getting into the cartoon business. Then in 1979, at the age of 24, she renamed her company to Lisa Frank Incorporated. And within a year, she received her first $1 million order from Spencer's Gifts. I don't know the history of Spencer's Gifts, but let me tell you, when I was younger, it was McFarlane toys, dildos, bongs, and titty posters, and Invader Zim merch. And to think in the very back, there's like a Betty Boop, like plastic necklace and Lisa Frank Incorporated on the back. The company initially focused on producing stickers that quickly gained popularity among children. These stickers were unlike anything else on the market at the time. They featured a vibrant mix of colors and whimsical designs, often depicting anthropomorphized animals in surreal settings. I like to imagine back then too. Someone's like, holy shit! I've never seen anything like this before, ever! I have to buy this now! Her art used airbrushing techniques that often took 9 to 36 hours to complete. God damn, Lisa, how much time do you think these kids have on their hands? All right, so this one's 9 hours. This one's gonna take you 3 years. You like that? He's a chimp. Travis a chimp.
Comes from going to the zoo or art museums, reading magazines from everywhere.
And the sticker design often took, on average, 3 months to be approved. So each sticker that was revolutionary at the time took 3 whole months just to approve to get up on shelves. She's very anal. How did that word come to be for your, I'm anal?
Oh my God!
As her popularity grew, Frank realized that there was potential to expand her brand beyond just stickers. She began producing a wide range of school supplies, including folders, notebooks, and backpacks, all adorned with her signature, colorful designs. By the mid-'80s, Lisa Frank's product had become a staple in the American school system. My God. Children eagerly collected and traded her stickers, and her school supplies were seen as must-have items. God help you if you were a girl in the mid-'80s to early '90s and you didn't have some of these folders, dude. People would point and laugh. If you were one of the poor kids that had to get the regular one-color folder, don't even show up to school, dude. Jan Sports backpacks are cool now. I used to see kids get bullied for having that shit. You needed to have a fucking Billabong backpack, a Fox backpack, or like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle backpack. Or you better get the out of the way. The success of Lisa Frank Incorporated was not just due to the products themselves, but also the way that they were marketed. Lisa understood the power of branding and worked tirelessly to create a world that her young audience could immerse themselves in. I thought it was just because it's cute. It's big, it's bright, it's colorful. It's like this design that's kind of like, it fires all these neurons in your head, you know what I mean? I don't think I've ever met one person who's just like, what is the backstory of this seal? Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, we got another one.
Apparently there's over 400 characters.
Yeah, but they're all animals.
But they're reused, and they have names and lore.
Oh, they all have names and lore? I didn't know that. She did this by introducing original characters such as Panda Painter, Zoomer and Zorbit, and the Dancing Dolphins to help build familiar faces kids could attach to. I thought they were just all animals. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say Zoomer and Zorbit. She even put her own personality into her characters, Priscilla, who was a wealthy, fluffy, white kitten. Oh, she's like, that's me. I'm the head pussy in charge here. Though she apparently hated cats. Then why'd you do it, Lisa?
They're cute.
If you hate cats, though, you probably don't think they're cute, right?
She was just a marketing genius. She realized people like cats.
People that don't like cats, like, they do some bad shit to them. In addition to the products themselves, the marketing of the Lisa Frank product was incredibly effective. The brand's advertisements were everywhere, on televisions and magazines, and even in fast food restaurants through partnerships with companies like McDonald's, which I do remember that. And it made me kind of sad going to McDonald's when I was a kid, because it made me think I was going back to school. You know, I want to fucking escape this shit. Don't bring school to me wherever I go.
It's cute.
It's Zorbit. Lisa Frank products were marketed as something special, something that allowed children to express their creativity and individuality by coloring an image.
I get to choose the colors.
But I get to choose the colors. Me! And for many children, owning a Lisa Frank item was a status symbol, a way to stand out in a sea of ordinary school supplies. It was like getting a Mercedes-Benz, baby. It's the same reason why people buy like G-Wagons, if that's even a thing anymore, like Teslas and all that shit. No one gives a fuck about the environment. They just want that high-class status, dude. They want to be a top dog.
They paid $10 for a pack of pencils that had the art on it.
A $10 pack of pencils that you're also gonna like, you destroy. You know what I mean? You have to sharpen your pencil and it removes all the art off it, and you're like, no, Zorbit, where'd you go? Which is funny because the parallels, history does repeat itself. Little girls are just like the meanest people, I mean creatures, animals to ever exist, dude. Little girls are like ruthless, heartless. Guys, you know, like from what I remember, like guys, they'll be dicks or whatever. I feel like guys make amends pretty easily. Little girls, I mean, like,
Oh my God! Ew. Where's your Lisa Frank? Like, do you not have this?
And they just tear at you.
Oh my God! Did your dad lose his job? Is that why you couldn't get it?
What is wrong with you?
I just think she's gross.
So that's where Lisa Frank gets you, all right? But that's the parallel to how the Stanley Cup thing happened. I bet kids are like that with the Stanley Cups now. By the 90s, the company was grossing over $60 million a year in sales and had over 500 employees. But behind the scenes, all was not as it seemed. Dun, 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 again. The company had this aura and image of sunshine and rainbows. But inside the facilities, employees complained about harsh working conditions and toxic workplace environments. Former employees related it to an abusive alcoholic home and described a workplace ruled by fear, where even the smallest mistake could lead to severe consequences. God damn, dude. Lisa Frank's just like, for every person who doesn't draw Zorbit the right way, gets 4 fingers broken.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, master. Begin. And all this madness apparently stemmed from when Lisa Frank's husband, James Green, took over as CEO in 1995. And that's when all hell started to just absolutely break loose. At the height of the company, Lisa Frank wanted to step away from management and focus on just the design aspect of the product. She's just like, I've been making in all this money, balling, dude. Look at this empire I built. But I just want to focus on the art. James, can you handle this stuff? Yeah, I got it. This is easy peasy, baby. You go hey, go draw Sorbet all day. By this time, her company has probably been grossed hundreds of millions of dollars. She was also very paranoid of being in the public eye and had just given birth to her first child. I bet Lisa's kind of a rug cutter. Maybe she wants to go out and dance or do some blow. She has to settle down now because she has a kid. So you can't be the CEO of Lisa Frank Incorporated selling pudding pops and pandas to children. I bet you she was doing some like eyes wide shut shit. You know what I'm saying? High class society stuff. She's getting her nipples pinched and she's like slapping people in the face and everything. Where am I? What am I doing? She named her first two kids after characters in her illustrations, which was Hunter and Forrest, which I think is a good name. Forrest, I'm like, I don't really know, but Hunter I think is very solid. So Lisa, good on you, albeit somewhat narcissistic. You know what? Why not? If you've garnered millions and millions and millions of dollars, I'd be like, yeah, Hunter and Forrest, dude. This is what made Mommy. You ever seen Mommy Dearest? Oh, dude. Have you heard of that scene? No more wire hangers! Because I bet you that's what Lisa Frank was doing to her kids, dude. So, Lisa gave that role to her husband, which turned out to be the biggest mistake she would ever make in her entire life. She would work from home, and she would only come in to the office once a month just to check on things. Once a month. And for the next 10 years, James pulled all the strings, who allegedly was prone to fits of rage and was described as an abusive, arrogant, and extremely difficult to work with kind of person. A decade, right? Like Lisa's just like, all right, he's your boss. We'll see ya. No! Shuts those doors. This made the company become notorious as Tucson, Arizona's shittiest employer, and soon dawned the name of Technicolor Gulag. That's fucking awesome. Lisa Frank's company ends up being called the Technicolor Gulag. According to former employees, these were some of the things that were to be expected when working inside of Lisa Frank Incorporated. Employees were not able to speak to each other, and that there was to be complete silence in the workplace. Not even a murmur. There was a bi-monthly publication called Frankly Speaking, which told employees how to behave, particularly how to behave around CEO James Green. I think James has some insecurity problems, is what I think. Visitors were prohibited to enter the facility, including family members. Top secrets going on. We're going to be drawing lines today, and we cannot have anybody know our line design. It's like, isn't that the same line we've been drawing since 1983? Back to work! No one speak! God damn it! Female employees were unable to wear heels because, quote, they wouldn't be able to walk as fast as him. Why do I feel like they made Mad Men based around James Green? I want a scotch at 9:30 and no one wear heels because you can't keep up with Papa. Am I right? In reality, he was really short and insecure about his height. So if you were taller than him, he wouldn't feel insecure. I wonder how tall Lisa Frank was. She looks tall in that picture. She looked really tall. Maybe you like that, though. I'm gonna climb you like a tree. She's like, do whatever you want, Paul Bunyan. Here, Jack of the Beanstalk. Get on up here, Jack. There's a giant to slay. And there was unfair wages, and some people even reported only receiving minimum wage for the entire duration of their employment. No matter the role. Qualified roles, you're getting paid $7.25. Probably even less back then. You're getting paid $4 something. Flip the minimum wage in 1995. Do you want the job or not? It's either us or McDonald's. And if you violated any of these rules, you'd be verbally abused, which included name calling. James would scream in your face. You'd threaten to be fired, or some bizarre punishment James come up with that day. One time, an employee left 10 minutes early, so James instructed the warehouse manager to put chains and padlocks on all the doors so that the staff couldn't escape. They're making tiger pictures and seals in water for children for folders. Hey, I'm just gonna head out early. My daughter's got a baseball game. Yeah, man, no problem. Lock the doors. You have 10 minutes to leave. Goodbye. There was also an extremely high turnover rate within the company's art department, often chewing up and spitting out new hires at unusually high rates, which let me tell you, that's what happens in the studio system anyways. A former employee said that in the 4 years he was employed in the 40-person creative department, the group may have changed over at least 2 or 3 times. 1 year, almost a third of the entire staff was fired. So not even people quitting, but people also just getting laid off. Another employee said that over 80 people left or were fired between February of 2003 and December of 2004. While most of the turnover rate was due to random firings due to James's temper, many of people quit just because they couldn't handle the oppressive atmosphere in which James created. And when you did leave, the company allegedly failed to give severance packages, fought unemployment benefits, and numerous former employees had to sue for their final paycheck. James is such a petty little piece of shit. God, I hate him. Several employees witnessed James repeatedly throwing chairs and objects at employees for messing up. That's the whiplash method. Not my tempo. Fucking throws the deal at him. He throws throws a live seal at him. He would never take an employee off to the side, and instead would scream, curse, and belittle them in front of everyone. Because he has little man syndrome. He's a little guy. I bet he had a huge truck. If you crossed him, or if he just didn't like you, he made sure that person's life was miserable from his constant abuse and harassment. James also never learned any of the employees' names and would just give people nicknames. Hey, Fat Ankles, come over here. My name's Tyler. I've worked here for 9 years. You know that. You went to my, you've been to my wedding. Yeah, Cankles. Gonna need a new giraffe logo by the end of the day. If you can tell Tootsie and Fatto McGee to do that, that'd be great. Thank you. He'd probably give you orders for other people's nicknames. So you probably had to learn all of the people's f***ed up nicknames so you could actually communicate with each other. Tell Beak Nose and Giraffe Neck to get in here. Hey, Stacy and John, he wants to see you. One employee said he would refer to one of his employees as that guy due to her not being that attractive. You know, James is the kind of guy to be like, hey, that guy. You see that new movie, American Pie? Oh, it's fucking funny. Oh, it's real funny. John was not alone. He also had his partner in crime, Rhonda Rowlett. Rhonda the Rottweiler. And they contributed to the abuse and neglect within the company. Rhonda was the company's vice president and was John's enforcer. They were also extremely into coke. They were visiting the snowman every day. And Rhonda would allegedly send an employee to a gas station in order to pick up brown paper bags, and they were instructed not to look inside. So Rhonda the Rottweiler even sent people out to pick up her coke. Whatever you do not look in that bag. And then John's like, he's like fucking 3 foot tall. He's like, yeah, don't look in the bag. As a turn of events, they became lovers. In September of 2005, Lisa divorced James. James probably said some petty shit too. She was better than you. You know what? She draws hyenas and fucking goats way better than you, Lisa, you dog. James and Rhonda lashed out against the company, often pitting employees against each other. And they made people pick sides. You're either with James or you're with Lisa. So even after the divorce, he still got to work at the company. Dude, brutal. Come on, Lisa. Fucking get him out of there. James wanted to start his own company and take everyone who sided with him to go run this new company. Are you with Lisa, the girl who could barely draw fucking toes, or are you with me? The guy who, What do you want, that guy? What do you want? In response to the divorce, Lisa wiretapped the company's phones and collected all the employees' emails to sabotage James. Apparently, she found out James had wiretapped the phones years ago, and she also issued a restraining order against James so that he would stop, quote, harassing employees and blocking purchasing orders. It's a coloring book company! Eventually, James resigned, and Lisa became CEO once more. They then sued each other for the next 8 years over both company and personal assets. James wanted control of the company and to force her to dissolve Lisa Frank Incorporated. He wanted the company basically, and for Lisa just to lose everything. He also tried to claim that he created all 400 of the original characters. Off, dude. James tried to sue Lisa for $12 million so he could pay off a loan for a private jet he bought. I feel like everything that I'm saying in between each thing, I'm just like, that's James in a nutshell. That whole thing. I hope you enjoyed that little bit. Her ex-employees did not have nice things to say about Lisa as well. You probably think the entire time, oh, Lisa, poor Lisa. Well, this is what some of the ex-employees said about Lisa as well. She's getting older now. She kept getting, I don't know if it was plastic surgery, but she kept getting these lotions. Talking about youth. Have you met her? She's like 2 pounds. God damn! That's so petty and mean. Former employees commented and said that her husband wasn't the only reason for the company's downfall and that she played a hand in it as well. Another quote, the current state of affairs is unsurprising to them and it was both a long time coming, thanks to chronic mismanagement from both Frank and Green. I wonder how much that's true though. The wrongdoing was that she gave control to a guy who also probably didn't know what the he was doing either.
She was also afraid of James at home.
She was afraid of James at home?
For his abusive outburst.
For his abusive outburst? Well, no wonder she got a fucking restraining order against him. That's a pretty big piece of information to know. Good God. One of the most frequent complaints from employees was about Lisa Frank's management style. Frank was known for her perfectionism.
Round out his face a little bit so he looks a little cuter.
And while this has been a key factor in the success of her brand, it also led to an environment of fear and anxiety. To me, I think it's just her turning a blind eye to all of the mismanagement styles of her husband, who she probably was afraid of too. So it was probably this correlation of her feeling like she didn't want to say anything to him because she didn't want to have to deal with it at home. Employees reported that Frank was extremely hands-on, often micromanaging every aspect of the business. This led to an atmosphere where employees felt constantly scrutinized and pressured to meet her high standards. This is another person. I personally heard Frank scream at sales managers, and threaten their lives if they f***ed up a presentation. Every day was so stressful, and hearing Lisa's voice downstairs on a speakerphone made my blood run cold. I had many instances where she abused me verbally. You ever hear about Steve Jobs? Steve Jobs belittled the shit out of people, screamed at them, but guess what? Now we have an iPhone. So maybe take your little snowflake attitude and get the fuck out of here. If you don't want to draw monkeys and seals, then get the fuck out of here. Lisa has admitted that she wasn't a great employer and has apologized for the way she treated her employees within her company. Lisa Frank Incorporated has also notorious for copyright abuse, and they would go after artists who drew anything rainbow colored or cute, which is where, to me as an artist, whatever, that's where I draw the line where I'm like, dude, you don't own animals and rainbow patterns, all right? The company is no longer the giant it was in its heyday, but in the 2010s, the brand experienced a resurgence of sorts, fueled by a wave of 90s nostalgia. In 2012, Lisa worked with Urban Outfitters to try to resuscitate the company by launching new merch, as well as selling some of their vintage stuff from the 1980s and 90s. This revival didn't boost the company to the former glory, and in 2016, it was reported that they reduced their company from 500 employees to just 6, and that they only make $2.6 million in annual revenue. Lisa Frank headquarters, which is 320,000 square foot building in Tucson, Arizona, is now run down shell of its former self. And apparently the 6 remaining staff members worked inside of here.
Oh, there's people.
There was also some controversies that Lisa was rebranding her characters with sex appeal. It wasn't until 2021 when Lisa's 21-year-old son, Forrest Green, took over as director of business development. His first act of business was taking over the company's Instagram account during the pandemic. They quickly gained 700,000 followers and have since partnered with brands like Morph, Pillsbury, and Crocs. But that's where we're at! I have to thank my wife for telling me about this. I had no idea. This is a fucking insane story. I'm surprised this hasn't been made into like a movie yet. I mean, James Green, I don't know what kind of fucking rock he crawled under, but goddamn. You think he's just like power tripping regular, like everyday stuff? Like he's the guy who's in the grocery store being like, well, could you go to the back and check? I bet you he's still getting his power trip somehow.
He actually has his own company now, and he has similar art.
Oh, so he's just doing a Lisa Frank knockoff, whatever. I wonder how Forrest Green feels about that. Daddy, you draw seals really well. It's like horrible. He's like, thank you, son. Thank you. But that's all I have to talk about today. The Lisa Frank saga continues. Maybe dig up some of those folders and go down memory lane knowing that somebody probably was emotionally manipulated and probably verbally assaulted making it. Until next time, everybody. I'll see you then.
Welcome to Lisa Frank's Bedazzled Deathbed, where you can leave the world just as happy as you entered it. Who wants to be remembered as a pile of sad, lifeless, gray dust? Not me. That's why, at Lisa Frank's Bedazzled Deathbeds, you can add some jazz to your ashes.
What the fuck?
Welcome!
All right, new game.
So
a demo for this literally just came out. Team Ninja has had the habit of just doing a massive big dick, like random shadow drop of a game. Neo 3. A lot of people really wanted me to play Neo 2. They said it was a great Souls-like game. Neo 3 came out. I played, what was it again?
Dragons.
Rise of the Ronin. I loved it. I played Wulong Fallen Dynasty. I hated it. So Team Ninja, I played Ninja Gaiden 2, the remake, Black. I absolutely loved it. So like they're 2 for 3. I'm ready. Let's try it out. Let's see if this is any good. Got it. Okay. And so I've got a sword. And so let's go ahead here. Equipment, I guess. And then I can put on melee weapon, sword. All right. And so... Oh. Okay, so this seems pretty...
That's fucking annoying.
Okay, so I have my own stamina here, and each attack costs a certain amount of stamina. Alright, can I charge? Yeah, I can. Okay. 2 stances? Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming they do have that. Okay, and lock-on is about the same. Okay.
God damn it. Give him fucking free trade, whatever. I have 5.
Alright.
I have combo.
This this is pretty much like the other games, right? I mean,
Turn
it's not really too
pistol,
confusing.
Then turn 6, warp drive.
Okay, enemy key and grappling. All right, and then okay, this is the execution move.
Why don't you just trade, you fucking idiot?
Yeah, this is just again. All this is all Rise of the Ronin stuff. So I like games basically the same thing.
Oh wow, never seen that.
Okay, tutorial menu, basic controls.
Crazy.
Okay, got it.
Crazy,
all right.
bro.
Yeah, I understand all this. Do I go through the door? Let me double check. In mission. All right, really simple. I really didn't like the first Neo at all, but I love Rise of the Ronin. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of the way I felt about Wulong. And, you know, I thought Rise of the Ronin was phenomenal. I actually thought back about playing, like, the New Game Plus mode, but I just had so many other games that I wanted to play. It was hard for me, really, to find time to do that. Okay, here we go. Is that a Pokemon?
Weirdo.
So you just wake up randomly in the woods, and there's some magic bird that tells you to go and follow him. Okay.
My lord, it seems that Eos has fled.
Uh-oh. It's a demon dog.
I've already cut off that cursed escape fruit.
Oh.
After him.
Let me guess, that's the weak point that I have to attack him at?
Astonishing.
I'm glad it shows numbers. If I remember right, Rise of the Ronin never showed numbers. Okay. I can't destroy the barrels? Okay, and... elixir, alright. I guess that's obviously a heal. I guess like you have your traditional like medicine pellets and everything. Defeated enemies, life and... okay, that's good. R1, pray. And level up, battle scroll.
Slight misplay, but whatever.
Yeah, this is all, again, same general stuff. Okay, change your guardian spirit.
No.
Enhance certain player stats. Okay, so this
I will not. I have my Discord link.
Alright, so this
in
is
my
maybe like that
profile
bird
for
or
a
whatever?
reason.
Level up. Okay.
Not gonna play these little games.
Using them all. Okay, souls. Alright, I have to use souls to level up. And I can only do one level up. I think we're gonna go with, let's just go with heart. Sorry, you guys can't see it. I apologize, but yeah, it's just you know, it gives me more health and more melee attack. I feel like it's a pretty easy decision now, right? Okay. Battle scrolls, the mission you want to undertake. Okay. Find branch fragment. What's this? Irregular troops had. Okay, equipment, head armor. Okay, this is all literally like if you've played one of these games, these are all the same. Literally all the 100%, all the exact same game.
Appears to be the
okay, okay.
It seems we've been whisked away to somewhere else again.
So you can do a double jump, which is nice.
I can't make sense of this. Let us continue for now.
Okay. Maybe I go up here? Okay. What's this? Small spirit stone? Can I attack that guy?
Cute,
Do I have a gun? Does it give me a gun?
Cute.
I have a ranged weapon. Okay, no, I don't.
Yes!
Okay. So let me see if I can do a... How do I... Okay, it's like that. Can I sneak around this guy? Samurai styles. Okay, key pulse F1 after attacking.
Best thing that
okay,
could happen
that's...
there.
Again, I've played this game.
Maybe he
And then
does.
let me guess. I'm going to go behind him. There's going to be a red circle behind him. What can I say? Oh! I think I can break his posture. Okay. Yep. I've been here before.
Lord Yeya, you must flee!
Alright, I got sacred water. Okay. So, Samurai's art gauge can be styled, proficiency's active, strong attacks and martial, key consumption is reduced. Okay, so this is all this makes sense. Charge the art gauge and then press.
Who goes there?
Okay. Oh.
Feel the hatred of 10,000 years.
It's pretty easy. All right. Arts proficiency. Yeah, I haven't done it yet. Okay, so strong attack is just your... Oh, actually, let me see. Can I... Okay, so you can't do it that much. Huh. Okay. Let me heal. Game seems pretty hard, actually. Odachi.
You either have a turn one or you don't. Come on.
Okay, if I look at this number, this is a bigger number, so we're gonna go with that. Odachi is a longer sword. That's a two-hander. So can I change my attack stance? Not yet? Okay. Okay. Alright. Doesn't really do that much damage. That's alright. I mean, Odachi and Greatsword were the main weapons I used in Rise of the Ronin.
A single arrow to the head.
Oh, okay, now we finally have our ranged weapon. Okay, and do I need to... Okay, I equip this, right? Yeah, I do, okay. And does it automatically equip arrows? Or do arrows recharge? Okay, shoot, hold L2, then press R2.
I will repay you one day.
Nice. Shift style is R2. Oh, I should have actually read that more. Movements, low key expenditures. When attacking enemies from behind, deals more damage than the samurai style. Press F1 after attacking, using mist will... Okay, I cannot recover key or perform purification. Okay. He's not going to come this way. He can. What is this mist? I press R1. It doesn't do anything. I'm pressing R1. What is this? I'm just confused. R2 first. I know what I did wrong. I changed my stance again. That's what it was. Okay. I don't really want to play... I don't want to play the ninja. Like, I don't really care a lot about ninja. Like, the dual weapons is, like, kind of cool, and I might need to use that in the future. But, like, I kind of prefer to just play with the, thought he was gonna walk into it. Okay. Okay, pretty simple. Oh shit, I didn't even see him. Okay. I'm actually, this is exciting. This game is called Rise of the Ronin 2. Ninjutsu, okay. Unique movements. Oh, I see. So this is like, okay. Is it easy to just like go and kill her? Yeah, it is. I think the other guy aggroed. Yeah, this one did. Alright. Press R1 with ninja style. Okay, let me go into here. Oh! It didn't work. So I just shoot him with balls? Seems oh my god, I'm on fire. Is there a CD for that? That's really good. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I might roach out on the other ability. Like, that's really good. Can I get medicine?
There are too many of them. Without reinforcements,
Okay.
we're done for.
What about this? Let me open this. Micro dual Uchikatana. Okay, what's this? So, oh, I see. Okay, so these. All right, I understand now. Actually, wait a second. Accessories. I got accessories. I got more life and more gauge. Okay. Make sure I get all these too.
Everything I had.
I got another heal.
Will there ever be peace in this world?
Yeah, this game seems pretty ooh. Okay. Can I go around this guy? Looks like I can't. Okay, so this is obviously a first boss. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start. We're gonna shoot him in the head, and then we're gonna fight him. Actually, first thing, let me heal.
Fucking execute. No. Fucking rude. You dirty bitch.
R2 is like my... Oh.
I will.
This is interesting.
Well fought.
Because, like, so usually whenever I fight a guy like this, like, and you hit them, it lowers their gauge. And it feels like they don't really take a lot of gauge damage. Movement in the game seems pretty decent. Like, I mean, they're blue gauge, right? That's their healing gauge. Or their posture bar, I mean.
My eyes deceive me.
And they can lose posture from multiple ways. Okay, I don't know really where I'm supposed to go. So we'll just start running around. I guess actually, oh, that's where is that where the guy came from? Yeah, it is, because I remember looking at that. Okay, so let's go ahead and pray here. And can I level up again? Let me see if I can. Yeah, I can. Okay, we're gonna get another point into heart again, just for more health. What does it say? Switch to R2 style. Okay, so all right. So ninja style and samurai style have like they have separate, or sorry, they have the same level ups.
Look! Oh. Takeda's forces are moving.
The Takeda clan.
Is someone still fighting there? We mustn't leave this be. Let's go.
Oh shit. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, I'm an idiot. Staggers are really OP in here. Alright.
Yes! Fucking 2 games in a row!
Okay, let's...
Yes!
Is this any better? Weight is down.
These two.
Attacking.
This one.
Life at 24. That's way better.
Oh, you dirty
wow,
bastard.
That's insane.
Okay. I'm still
That's a really good item. Okay. Let's keep going. It's a regular enemy. That's fine.
Oh, lethal.
Let me try and fight this guy.
He has 36.
Actually, let me just focus on this. Oh, everybody's dead? Call Acolyte.
Doesn't have any rats left.
Okay, so this is like, so basically, you can summon allies. Is this a cup, I'm assuming? Yeah, it is. Let's just do it. Pussy summons? Yeah, it is. It is. Let's try it out. Let's try. Okay, so you have an acolyte here, and this guy's gonna help you. And let me now fight the Revenant.
Looking like a big GG to Mr. Dr. Glad.
Damn, bro, this guy doesn't fuck around. Not so bad. Okay, I understand. Alright, let's move this way. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I get more heals. That's good. Let me actually just, might as well rest now. Level up again. Okay, and let me go and get... I'm gonna get another point into... I'm gonna get a point into stamina. I think stamina is gonna be really useful right now. Because a lot of these games, like, they're front-loaded around... and so resting doesn't actually remove your companion. Took a good longbow. Oh, did I not? I thought I did. Damn, they put me in the game.
Bye-bye.
Uh-oh.
Bye-bye, Dr. Glad.
That's the boss.
Thank you. Come again.
Honda.
So long as I hold this spear, none shall cross this line.
Damn, bro, he calling in Pegasus. Ooh. did that. Yep. Oh shit. That's a big boy.
Mightiest of Takeda's crimson army.
Oh shit. He's got no dachi too. Alright, let's try it out.
Foolish decision, impatient.
Here we go.
Pop rears its head. I will rend it.
So how's this work?
Your very body.
Animation seems pretty clean. Okay. So you can dodge out of the red ones. Seems like a pretty simple boss fight. Oh, I didn't see that. I wonder how much I can run around them.
Really? Just fucking play.
Neo 3 exists? Yeah, I'm just looking at the animations. Animations seem pretty good. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty good. Alright, let's go. Let's see if we can kill him here.
Off the deck. Off the Twin Targets? Or need some early game.
The movement's a little bit jerky, but that's okay. There we go. Alright, now we're... Oh my god, I thought he was recovering. Nice, okay.
At least it's not Pirate Road. Pirate Road would
Oh, it doesn't
be
even do that much
harder
damage. I would expect it to do way more.
I'm gonna have to fuck off with that.
I'm gonna try and do a jumping attack. That one's pretty hard to dodge. I wonder if I could run around that. I hit L1. I hit the wrong button. Let me see if I can get around this. Ooh, okay, got me. Alright, let me see here. So now what? So now I lose my assistant. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. Guardian Spirit, which will leave you on the grave where you can retrieve. Okay. Alright, now let's try it again. The dodge is not forgiving. It usually isn't. I don't know what the parry button is, though. If I just do the same thing over and over, you know? Oh, I missed it. Okay. Oh, I thought it was the second attack.
Interesting.
I feel like for Team Ninja games, this actually has a pretty, like... Oh, so I can just walk around.
This is not good.
Okay. That does a lot of damage. Maybe Ninja stance this way.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. This guy has gotten such
I
good
don't think
draws.
that's really so bad.
Didn't you already
maybe, yeah,
fucking
because
play?
like... because I was out of stamina.
That's cool.
I need to remember to do key rush. Stamina in this game is so unforgiving, too. I think I can actually stagger him here.
Didn't draw any infiltrates. Fuck me.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Why do you draw ceaseless with the fucking warp drive? Like, come on, bro. Fuck you.
Should we take advantage of that right now? Oh, I didn't.
Awesome! So I just get hit with every fucking... Fuck you. Guy got such a lucky loss. Doesn't get that much. You don't get much luckier than that playing cycle.
I think I can do more damage.
Doesn't get much luckier than that.
So can I
Usually I fucking beat cycle, you know, just with that. I actually had a pretty fucking insane drop.
I hit the wrong button again. Alright, cinematic finish. Gotcha, bitch. Cool. Okay, go forward.
Rogue.
Let me equip all my loot first.
So I need some fucking
we got an Odachi,
minions.
and this is a longer Odachi, break damage.
And I need infiltrates.
Okay, gold earned. This is actually pretty decent. Yeah, I'm gonna use this instead. My long boy, we're gonna use bullseye damage, bow damage.
Oh, okay, like win 3-4 games in a row. Okay.
So, like, actually, I think this is the same. Like this is actually a downgrade because of the bullseye bonus. I lose bow damage as well.
You play longer and longer.
This guy's really
longer.
He's really going through it, huh? This is just so much more armor. I'm gonna equip that instead. And we'll look at this here. Gives me life as well. Actually, I'm thinking about 30 guard key consumption, damage taken while attacking. I feel like that's really good for me, so I'm gonna hold on to that for now. And then key recovery. This is just obviously an upgrade. And okay, we have everything now. Okay, let's talk then. Now what?
One day, you will stand in Takeda's way.
Oh shit! Based.
Well met.
Honda.
I am Honda Tadakatsu, retainer of Tokugawa. And who might you be?
Tokugawa is the emperor, right? Who's the emperor of Japan?
Tokugawa.
Or Shogun, I mean. Shogun.
To think, one with such talent was just sitting idle. A most pleasant surprise.
Legendary retainer? Yeah. So are these historical characters? I didn't know that. I know Tokugawa was, but I didn't. Was the red demon? Is that from real life? Did they do that?
Lord Iyasu's Hamamatsu Castle lies ahead.
Usually yes. Yeah, Neo 2, the white guy there was like historically accurate too, right? What was his name? Like William Blake or something? No, not William Blake. I forgot his name.
You are able to kill yokai.
Neo
Might
1.
you lend us your strength?
Matthew Perry? No, he was in Rise of the Ronin.
Well, I wish you a a safe journey.
Okay. Oda Nobunaga, a young ruler in Japan. Oh fuck, we're gonna have to go through Yasuke. Takeda Shingen of Kai, a sworn enemy of constant thorn of the side of Nobunaga. Oh shit.
As long as we
fuck,
play,
we're gonna have to go through Yasuke. Oh shit.
as long as we keep board control
You're kidding?
against
No, I'm serious.
this priest, we should win.
What's this? Okay.
That's obviously.
I don't know what that
playing
means.
some
Oh,
weird version of
I have an
Fishing Priest.
assistant?
Sharing my lord's
Yeah, it's
childhood name
Vol'jin.
is quite the coincidence. I have
That's
been tasked with
Kaldori.
holding this position until my lord reaches
And
Hamamatsu
you-
Castle.
Okay.
Bird watching.
Join him
I don't know why he's playing your
and assist him in whatever way possible.
Alright, compass
He's playing
displays
some
your
weird
objectives,
version of
but all of
Fishing
the
Priest,
information.
but
Okay.
as long as we
let me
keep
talk.
board
You don't know
control,
the way.
should
I
be
do
no
not know
You
the
should
way.
be able to see it from atop that hill.
Okay, so this is a Breath of the Wild reveal. Got it. Before I do that, I'm gonna loot the item that's behind here.
Fuck you, YouTube.
As I said, guys, I put a lot of hours in playing the other
Lord.
games, okay? It's actually crazy that they release this... Did they just release the same game every 2 years? Like... I'm not even gonna play every 4 years. Yeah, they do. It's like, it's literally like, I've already played this game.